Because now I need to go east. Because this dude wanted the lyre. I have almost 4,000 monies.
How much was the magic armor? It was like 7,700?
I think it was 7,000.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that next tier of enemies down there on the bottom, given like 100 each.
Yeah.
If I could find a place to farm them that I feel safer doing that than like 10,000 feet underground.
I mean, you could always
I guess do it in the evac.
You could just always go back down south and just beat up gold golems.
That's true. You need the experience, though. Unless there's also an enemy that just gives me a crap ton of experience and nothing else.
I mean, why would Dragon Quest, you know, make something like that happen that everyone else just does for the rest of the eternity for RPGs?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just such an unusual thing to even think about. Hey, buddy. I am. I swear you collected the Lyre of Ire in Builders, and you could use it.
You could have used it before you gave it to the guy here.
But I don't remember what it did.
It summons an enemy in the area to fight you.
Like, you use it and it's just,
yeah,
here's a fight.
You just play it, it plays like a harp or like a lyre, and then just an enemy attacks you.
Yeah, I forget what it did in Builders.
I think it does the same thing, doesn't it? What luck, the Staff of Rain.
Yay. Okay, so he took the lyre.
Yeah, so you no longer have the Lyre of Ire.
Which is good, because I only have so much inventory space.
I swear you got a little more space unless that thing was always that small. Slash big. Slash, I don't know. You just get it. Yeah, they don't introduce the bag. The bag shows up in like 6 and then just gets retrofitted into all the other games when they made remakes of them. So I think even the version of 2 on the Switch has the bag.
Kinda wish I hadn't bought that extra magic key. I figured I'd use it.
Lyre of Ire. Let us see. So summons an encounter with a very weak enemy in the original NES. In the remakes, the monster summoned will be native to the hero's current location.
Okay, so what is for us now? We've done that. We've done that. I still can't do anything in the southeast because that jerk doesn't believe me.
Yep, so our only options are you could... I don't want to say you could try the dragon, but our only other options are if we don't want to do the dragon, we go southwest.
Yeah, and this is something that I didn't realize because looking over the map, originally, I didn't see anything. Like, I didn't see a forward path down there, so I thought it was a dead end. But no, you can actually go to the southwestern part of the map. Leave me alone, I'm trying to leave this forest.
We can't leave you alone, you have an increased encounter rate on a forest tile. Stop understanding the mechanics of a video game. Oh, I was watching somebody play through the beginning of Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
It's the 7th one. It's the one where Ichiban takes over, and it's like it turns into an RPG because he just loves Dragon Quest too much. I mean, I don't know anyone in this room that would have that kind of attitude about something. But like the first guy he fights is a guy with a sledgehammer, and like
that the newest one?
No, the eighth one just came out. It's a sequel to that one.
Okay.
It's the one that has that weird, like, Animal Crossing kind of area that everybody was like, it's Animal Crossing. But, yeah, I guess he's the new protagonist. But he's fighting this guy with a sledgehammer, and, like, the guy does the sledgehammer thing. He, like, lifts it up to attack him, but then he just, like, falls backward with the sledgehammer, and I went like, that's the Hammer Hoods! That's the guys that come up and go like, and just fall backwards with their hammers over their heads. They're like the best enemies ever at the beginning because you think they're the weakest things ever, but if they get that 1 in a million chance and they just crit your ass at the beginning, you're like, oh!
Okay, I swear we're almost there if these enemies would leave me alone.
Never. Never!
Yeah, so like I looked over here, I don't think I saw this bridge down here. Or maybe I thought these hills were solid, or something.
I think everyone thinks the brown hills are solid.
So there is a small section here that just has the same enemies that we had in the northeastern continent.
Yeah, it's not anything big here.
So it's nothing new.
In fact, early on, if you really want to, you can come down here and grind. Like, if you hit, like, level 4 or something, you can come over here and just grind off of them for a while.
It's a lot of poison. And there's a cave.
This cave, as far as I know, is, like, utterly optional. There is nothing in here that will advance the quest.
Except presents.
It does have treasures in here.
I no longer have a torch.
Now you must cast glow.
So I saw a thing talking about how Toriyama's style changed over time.
God, did it ever.
Like if you look back at like even early Dragon Ball Z versus late Dragon Ball Z. And he mentioned that this style change was actually done on purpose.
How dare he?
Because with the kind of rounder style from before, once Dragon Ball kind of turned into a martial arts manga, he said it became harder to feel a sense of speed and like movement out of their actions with that rounder style. So he started using straighter lines and harder corners. And then that just kind of got pushed to its extremes as the series and time went on. And so somebody said, like, with the style change, somebody said, like, could you go back and draw, like, the Dr. Slump style again? He's like, yeah, I could. I just use rounder lines.
Did you see... I sent you this around the time that we all found out. And there were people were going on, you don't realize how much he just changed the landscape of drawing for manga.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see, like, the cover?
Yeah.
Where it's, like, almost all the same character designs, but it's, like, different mangas?
Like, we're thinking... Like, if anybody can remember back to, like... Even, like, the pre-80s. Like... 60s.
I think the only character who is different on that whole page
Freaking
is
Kinnikuman, man.
Who's just there.
But, like, you think back to, like, the 60s
Like,
of anime.
This is Tezuka's time.
Yeah, like Captain Harlock
Yeah.
style, that kind of thing. And there's a very distinctive style of that time. Original Mobile Suit Gundam had the same style. There was a very distinctive style that everybody had, and that's just what all anime looked like at the time. And then friggin' Toriyama came out and said, how about this little girl?
I'm just gonna do bumps.
I'm gonna do bumps. How about this little girl? And then the scientist dude. So I think at some point, and this is another thing to know about Toriyama, he's very, very spiteful. He will do something just because somebody told him not to. And so, At one point, I think somebody like sent in a letter or whatever and said they didn't like the sharper style of like later Dragon Ball and especially Z.
Mm-hmm.
And his reply was, that just makes me want to make it even sharper.
Did you ever hear the story about how he got roped into doing Dragon Quest?
No.
It's one of those stories that it's like, this somehow feels like it's a manga bit. Because it's like, if you ever learned anything about him and Torishima, is that they're like that virilic best buddy kind of thing, where they enjoy each other's company. But Torishima is also his editor, so he still has to like do his job too. Like literally half the time that Torishima shows up, probably not even half the time, I think all the time Torishima shows up in Dr. Slump, it's just literally him on the phone just saying rejected to Toriyama in the manga. That's his whole joke. And like even said is like Torishima keeps giving him ideas like, you should add a bad guy in here, and Toriyama's like, how do I add a bad guy to this whole thing? Goes like, just imagine somebody you hate, and then for some odd reason,
so he put friggin'
so some odd reason, some guy that looks like Toriyama's drawing of Torishima shows up, but his name is like Mashirito, which is just basically Torishima backwards in the Japanese alphabet. So it's just one of those, like, he even said it's like, I have to change my haircut now because all the kids are making fun of me.
Like, you have to understand how spiteful he is for things like that. Like, oh, our editor told me to put a villain in, okay! Makes the editor his villain. And then where he just doesn't give a crap and he'll just do things because it's easier or he wants to. Like, the reason Super Saiyan's hair is blonde is because he didn't want to keep coloring in Goku's black hair.
Yeah,
That was literally it. Like, originally Super Saiyan was supposed to just have black hair, just like Goku.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like, it was saying black hair, but it was supposed to have more anger look to it. And then, like, his assistant goes up, like, can we do something with the hair? Like, this is a lot of ink we're wasting on this.
I do have a key.
I just wait someone like, yep, they're blonde now, so we don't have to wait.
Sure, they're blonde now. Which also goes to explain why...
Oh, if you cast evac, I would have laughed.
I mean, that also goes to show why he would so often forget things that happened. Like, for one, the man has like 18,000 projects going on at the same time, and Dragon Ball to him is just kind of a dumb thing he does on the side for fun. It's one of those, like, for you, Dragon Ball Z was a life-changing event, but for me, it was Wednesday.
For me, it's a paycheck.
So, like, he just doesn't care that much. Oh boy. Like, he has 8,000 things going on at the same time. But also, he just doesn't care. He's just like, I'm just gonna draw whatever. Like, I don't even care. What's this guy do? I don't know.
He just does stuff.
I had a funny dream last night, man. Let's make him do that. He's like such a chill, relaxed dude too.
He was very reclusive too. Like, it was very hard to get to know him.
But then, like, people who wanted to talk to him, if he happened to be handy, everybody'd be like, "Oh, it's Toriyama! Don't talk to him. He's too big a fame." And then you just go up and talk.
That one guy who wanted his autograph, and he goes like, "Oh, don't bother him." He's like, "Can I have an autograph?" I'm like, sure, here you go. You want to get a picture too?
And he's just like, "Oh yeah, sure, here." Like, he's just super chill. He just doesn't care. At least there wasn't a key required to open this. Ooh.
Okay, here's a fun fact about the Warrior's Ring. You can equip it.
Oh, and it's even separate from the dragon scale.
It is unclear what attributes the Fighter's Ring has. It's originally called the Fighter's Ring, it's the Warrior's Ring. It possibly increases the hero's attack, agility, and/or prevents weaker monsters from attacking as often. Due to text limitations in the Game Boy Color remake of Dragon Quest, the Warrior's Ring was named War Ring. There is no description of this item in the manual. It has been confirmed by code breaking that the Fighter's Ring is bugged in the NES version and probably does nothing in the Super Famicom and Game Boy Color remake as well.
Welp.
So essentially, nobody knows if it does anything.
Have they fixed it for this version?
Your guess is as good as mine. If anyone knows, they probably lying at this point, because I have no clue. It is just one of those things that, like,
do I need
it
that?
sure exists now. I think you already got
No,
it.
I already have one, and now my inventory's full.
Oh man, you could have gotten an iron shield for free.
Have you been paying attention to where all I've been? Is there anything else in here?
Let's see.
Because I think this is the treasure room.
There is... If you leave to the right here...
You know, eventually.
Yeah. There are two treasure chests up top. One has more money and one has a torch in it.
Well, I would sure like to use that torch.
And I think you got the treasure chest on the first floor, right?
Wait,
It was
right,
just money.
I think I found one with money, maybe.
Yeah, on the first floor.
I don't know, maybe. I think so?
Yeah, then after you get these two treasure chests, you're done in here.
Now, where do you mean leave on the right?
No, go back up. Yeah, up here. This should be the treasure chest one. And then the one next to it on the left should be the money one.
Ah, okay. Can I just use the torch? Like, I could just use it right now. Just pick it up and go.
Sure is a torch that I just used.
So that's everything in here?
That is everything, yes. You are officially done.
I am out then. Okay, so I have full inventory. I can sell some things. I have 3 key items in my inventory, of which I can hold 11 items. No, 10. I have 3 key items and 5 pieces of equipment. My inventory is 2 spaces.
Oh. This should make you feel better about the dark skeleton you hit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It says here under TV tropes that it's a demonic spider at a certain point. If you are underleveled and face this monster, good luck because of its absurdly high dodging rate. So
well.
you were kind of screwed on that one.
Okay, well, I can go sell this iron... I'm debating selling those medicinal herbs, too. They're there kind of for emergency, but I don't have space for emergencies. I'm going to sell all of these. No, I don't want to buy. I want to sell. If I had somewhere to store these, I would. I mean, I'm sure they're cheap. And then I could also sell the iron shield, because I already have one. And then I'm at 6150. And then I have 3 key items and equipment. So if I equip something, does it affect my stats immediately?
It probably should if it does affect your stats.
Okay, so let's take a look at our stats. 50, 42, 24. $50, 42, 24. So it doesn't affect strength, agility, or resilience.
70, 63 for your attack and defense at the bottom there.
Yeah, okay. You do 70, 63, I'll do 80, 63. Well, it's all... 80, 63, 70.
Yeah.
80, 63, 70. 80, 63, 70, 63.
No, nothing changed.
Okay, so it doesn't affect your stats, at least not directly. There isn't a guarantee that it doesn't do something like it applies it to your damage directly. Or maybe we're just equipping it for funsies.
I mean, it is your ancestor's ring. Also, it only sells
No, it's
for,
not.
like,
It's only my ancestor's friend's ring.
that too. It also only goes for like 15 gold. So it's not even worth that much to sell.
Yeah, but how much money is an inventory space worth? Dang it!
I do remember things good.
Well, that makes one of us.
Well, I mean, I haven't even told you about the story about how Toriyama got roped into doing Dragon Quest, because I'm trying to make sure I get this right. Because it was one of those, like, back and forth on, like, it kind of was this and kind of was that. But it basically involves, like, Yuji Horii. Yuji Horii actually used to be, work for Shonen Jump. And he wanted somebody to give a good feeling to Dragon Quest. He was like just looking for an artist that was just gonna make it work for Dragon Quest.
Yeah, just gonna make this game have a good time.
Yeah, and he wanted to get Toriyama, and I think him and Torishima basically decided that we cannot tell him directly what this is going to be about because he'll tell us no. So they, like, beat around the bush for the whole thing, and then they ended up making him agree to something that he didn't necessarily know he was agreeing to.
It's like 20 monsters. That's it. It's all you're doing.
It's a quick thing. It's just a video game. You're going to just do a quick thing. That's it. And it
Just sketch a couple monsters. That's it. That's all you're doing.
Yeah, and they just kind of end up roping him into the whole thing, and it's just... He did it up until the very end.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it doesn't increase your armor, but you restore HP for every 1 HP for every 4 steps you take.
The magic armor was weird in builders. Usually, like, you'd get the full plate, and that would kind of be your best armor.
Yeah.
Of the chapter. Every now and then you get the magic armor too, and I remember it always being weird. Like, it wasn't just, oh yeah, that's just better. I guess I might as well. I don't know what else I'm using this money for. And I can sell the full plate. And now I don't know what to do with what money I have. I have, however, leveled up several times, and I have new fancy armor, so I may go throw myself at that dragon.
Are you gonna heal first?
While I'm over here, I gotta go buy a key.
Oh, right.
Also, who needs to heal? I can just walk around.
It only works on the world map.
Dang it.
I think in dungeons too. It's basically you can't do it in towns.
I will purchase from you 1 key. Yeah, so that's not going to be good up here because I'm going to keep getting into fights. How much HP do I have? Ooh, 87.
Wait,
And I'm running low on magic, so yeah, I'll just stay at an end.
maybe it is doing it in town. What's your HP now?
Oh, it's 66. No, well, because I was outside.
Oh, try it again. Yeah, no, it's going up in town.
Alright, well, I need magic, though.
Yeah, that helps too. Yeah, so basically the story is that the bullet points is that they basically just kind of roped him into it without telling him fully what it was going to be about. Because they figured, like, if he finds out the full details, he's going to bail on us. Which, like, in retrospect, really seems like something he would have done if he found out the whole thing.
He's very much a fly-by-the-seat-of-my-pants, kind of do-what-I-want kind of guy. He does not want to be...
He literally...
stuck doing this huge thing for somebody else for a long time.
He literally said in that one, the Dragon Quest book that was celebrating the series before Dragon Quest XI's release, that he basically, like, if I'd known I've been at this for 30-some years, I would have said no.
Oh, what are they gonna do with Dragon Quest? No, I mean, I know there are a lot of artists that can do his style.
I feel like if they get Toyotora to do it, he'll probably hold up pretty well. I think the big problem is that he does really good artwork for like normal-sized people, but I think people kind of forget how to do the chibi for his work too. Because like he could really go back and forth easily.
Yeah. And I feel like the chibis fit Dragon Quest 1 really well.
Yeah. And they're going for...
That's like the one drawing of the main character. It just looks like Vegeta. That's not right. The main character's like 2 feet tall.
Yeah.
Don't give me that.